Shalom Kalav. If someone has to work on Yom Tov to avoid being fired, how should he spend the money? If he give all the money to Tzedakah, can he avoid the curse?
No, we're not allowed to work on Yom Tov. So when I was saying about Chol HaMoed, these intermediate days. On Pesach, we're not allowed to work first 2 days and last 2 days. It's not allowed. But intermediate days, like there's some instances that it is allowed, right? But in most cases, it says it's not going to be any blessing on the money, and our sages like frown on a person working on this Chol HaMoed. Understand? On Yom Tov, it's unless it's a job for the nature, is a life risk. Life risk, literally, not figuratively, like this guy. One guy said, I heard, if you're not going to he's talking to Lerner. If you're not going to turn heat, like today, so I'm going to get sick and I would not be able to come to work, and now I'm not going to be able to pay you like the rent. All of these things, it's too far-fetched. You understand? Just because he wanted the landlord to come that day and turn on the heat. Okay, that's a clown. But for other people, normal, unless it is a life danger, so somebody is dying, somebody, I don't know, have a heart attacks, and you must drive this person to the hospital, you're not allowed to violate Yom Tov or Shabbos. Okay, so money is never an excuse. Or the money, even if they're fired, it's money matters, so your life is not in danger. Okay.
Thank you, Rabbi.
You're welcome.
So on the question about working on Yom Tov, our friend says, thank you very much for the love. Sorry, correction of the question. I meant Chol HaMoed.
Okay, yes. So remind me the question. So what is it? What was the question? On Chol HaMoed, meaning what to do with the curse, with money with no blessing, or what?
Yeah, it says if someone has to work on Yom Tov, meaning
Chol HaMoed,
Chol HaMoed, to avoid being fired, how should he spend the money? If he give all the money to the Tzedakah, can he avoid the curse?
Yeah, give it to Tzedakah, or because for sure a person is going to lose this money. One way or another. So it's better to give it to Tzedakah, but anonymously, right? Not for tax benefit, for nothing. Just give it anonymously, send it to an envelope or so, give cash to the pushka, whatever you do. So meaning that you're not going to derive any benefit. So if the people are going to acknowledge you, thank you very much, you help us, this and that, it is also the benefit. Understand? But if nobody knows who gave it, so you're not taking pleasure with it. You're having any pleasure, yes.
Thank you, Rabbi.
You're welcome.
Next question, Shalom Kalav. On the subject of working and pikuach nefesh, how immediate must the life risk be to be pikuach nefesh?
Right.
For example, is purchasing medicine for an elder permitted if the immediacy of the life risk is unknown?
Okay. So let's split it into 2 parts. So the first part, what is the definition of pikuach nefesh? Pikuach nefesh, if it's a life in danger, for sure. So in the Talmud says when there is the internal pain. So today we know a little more, right? With all of the MRIs, CAT scan and stuff like that. So we know much more about internal organs. So it's not like they also knew about the internal organs, but at least we can from outside we can see the inflammation, this and that, like it's some growth or something, like it's much more like easy to see. So but in olden days, if you have like internal pain, so it was already pikuach nefesh. So today, so like if many times it's actually in Shulchan Aruch, if a doctor said you're okay, don't be a baby or something, right? But if a person told you I'm dying, so we don't listen to the doctor, we listen to the patient. Very important. So if he said that I'm dying, I'm in big pain. So as we learned in our medical class, there is no like a measurement for the pain. In compensation in halacha, yeah, there is a measurement for the pain, how to measure pain. But in this in a medical field, they tell you like they cannot measure pain. They know the level of pain based on asking the patient himself or herself. So like they say from 1 to 10, like how bad is it? So they say 4 or 3 or 7 or 11. Understand if it's crazy pain, right? So life danger, like immediate on one hand, like you see somebody is bleeding, somebody having heart attack. On another hand, like if it's like a person is sick and his situation deteriorating, right? And like you need to do something, yes. But this elderly person, so it's not exactly the life is in danger. So I would not say so, unless, for example, somebody diabetic and there is some like medicine is missing, and like they can go into coma, in the shock and this and that. That's for sure. It's like maybe it's not going to happen, but very probable that is going to happen. So it would be one of these life danger situations, but others are not. Okay.
Thank you very much, Rabbi.
Welcome.